Be wary of anyone online who decides to proclaim that Quickdraw is now dead. It's very much not. This week at Bungie, we got some news about some changes to the sandbox. 120 RPM hand cannons have been reined in, and Quickdraw was also affected. There were changes to Reservoir Burst, Frenzy, Bastion, and Lament, but we're not going to be talking about any of those in this video. I'll save my 120 RPM hand cannon thoughts for my State of the Crucible video at the end of the season. Quickdraw's been a topic of hot contention for some time now. Ever since Bungie announced their intentions to rein in the efficacy of Felwinter's Lie, many have been speculating that if anything was going to get changed, it would be Quickdraw. As it is, Quickdraw is incredibly strong right now, maxing out your handling and passively serving a snapshot to every weapon it rolls on. It's also stupidly effective on snipers too. Since getting a Quickdraw Frozen Orbit, I haven't felt the need to run a targeting mod or a dexterity mod at all. If you're curious to see just how effective Quickdraw is, I highly recommend checking out my friend Castle Content's video. I put a link to it in the description below that like button. The amount of numbers and scenarios he went through to stress test Quickdraw and replicate its effects was mind-boggling. But he does a great job of breaking down his findings, and as of right now, there's no better video on this perk than that one. So, the changes. What's going on? Why isn't it as simple as it seems? Let's break down what was said in the TWAB. Weapons feature lead Chris Proctor had this to say. Quickdraw. This perk is intended to provide faster swap speed, but it also passively buffs handling by plus 100. This completely negates the downside of using low handling weapons, such as aggressive shotguns, sniper rifles, and hand cannons, which isn't something we want to encourage. Those weapons should have downsides, and working around those completely via a perk isn't healthy. We don't think allowing a fast swap to the shotgun subfamily with the highest one-hit kill range is great either. So, the changes they made were, the handling bonus is now removed 1 second after switching to this weapon or upon aiming down sights. And number 2, replace Quickdraw with surplus on new and existing drops of Felwinter's Lie and Astral Horizon. That's a lot of densely packed words. Let's go through them. This perk is intended to provide faster swap speed, but it also passively buffs handling by plus 100. Basically, if you want to know, Quickdraw not only buffed your swap speed, but it also gave you a passive ADS boost. When you ADS'd after switching, it was almost like Snapshot, but not quite the same. You could put a sniper targeting mod on a Quickdraw sniper, and it would feel like you had Snapshot and Quickdraw, when the majority of the work was being done by Quickdraw. Handling affects the way your weapon feels to use. It affects your weapon's ready and stowaway speed. Lower handling weapons take longer to fire after switching to them versus higher handling weapons. Chris Proctor used the term swap speed, which can be broken down into 2 actions, stowing your weapon and readying the next one. Quickdraw not only provided you a boost to your ready speed, but also affected how quickly you could ADS with the weapon as well. Mr. Proctor confirmed this as well by saying, this completely negates the downside of using low handling weapons, such as aggressive shotguns, sniper rifles, and hand cannons, which isn't something we want to encourage. So basically, Quickdraw was an S tier perk for all low handling weapons, like sniper rifles, fusion rifles, and high impact primaries, because it made a complete mockery of the handling stat, which should have more say in the behavior of your weapon. Right now, if you can get a gun that rolls with Quickdraw on anything, you can ignore the handling stat altogether, and it makes the handling masterwork absolutely redundant. That's an issue for the way the guns work and are designed. Negating a pretty important behavioral slider with a single perk is a bit of bad game design. Continuing on, Mr. Proctor gets to the root of the issue. We don't think that allowing a fast swap to the shotgun subfamily with the highest one-hit kill range is great either. The handling bonus is now removed 1 second after switching to this weapon or upon aiming down sights. Replace Quickdraw with surplus on new and existing drops of Felwinter's Lie and Astral Horizon. And it's true, he's absolutely right. Aggressive frame shotguns are head and shoulders above everything else. The specific removal of Quickdraw from new and existing versions of the 2 shotguns mentioned all but ensures that Quickdraw is now obsolete on the highest impact shotgun frames in the game. The changes to Quickdraw are that you'll still get your swap speed, but the handling bonus now completely cuts away once you ADS. When you're ready to kill someone, it's now going to take the normal time to ADS unless you're running targeting mods. Which basically means that if you like to ape, you're going to have to watch your positioning. No longer can you simply run headlong into a bad situation and rely on Quickdraw to get out of it. It won't work like that anymore, especially with the substitution of Quickdraw for Surplus. So does that mean Felwinter's Lie and Astral Horizon are dead? I don't think so. Remember, the things that kill the most consistently are also the ones that get used the most. What we're looking at is the removal of a get out of jail free card, not an outright nerf to the entire archetype. Aggressive frame shotguns will still be the cream of the crop, and Felwinter's still has slide shot with opening shot or Vorpal. Nothing in the game really beats that, except two shotguns, Mindbender's Ambition, which is Sunset, or Retold Tale, which rolls with Quickdraw but is a precision frame with no shot package. Aside from the players that will whip out the Mindbenders for some good old-fashioned quick play Olympics, Bungie should address the Quickdraw on that shotgun too. What I believe is going to happen now is that the most consistent players will stay on Felwinter's and Astral and simply adjust their playstyle to match. It's no longer an easy plan B, but a conscious plan A. There's going to be an adjustment period, but when push comes to shove, Fel will still outrange anything that isn't a slug shotgun. Lightweights may come into contention for the people who absolutely must have that quicker swap speed, but it won't kill any better. With these changes, I see Quickdraw going from an S to a B tier perk, simply because moving forward, it's a nice additive to weapon archetypes that already have decent handling. Not to mention, you could probably replicate the effects of old Quickdraw using quick charge and dexterity mods if you really wanted to. The weapons that have Quickdraw and handling masterwork will now become relevant, but that's about it. I'm probably going to have to vault my own steady hand with Quickdraw and Swashbuckler because it doesn't help me kill any faster anymore. It was just a nice meme pairing with Felwinter's Lie. The big losers of this change are actually snipers with Quickdraw. You lose all the benefits that come with fast handling now, and like Astral and Felwinter's, they'll have to be a conscious plan A instead of an impromptu plan B. Frozen Orbit is the only aggressive frame sniper in the game with Quickdraw, and now that's going to feel really unwieldy, which is a real shame, since I love running it for its super shutdown potential. One thing that's a little uncertain is how the new changes affect stow speed, because if you're someone who likes to end-cooch people, well, that's under threat too with certain sniper models. The nerf to snipers and aggressive shotguns will give rise to two archetypes in my opinion, slug shotguns and high-impact fusion rifles. Slugs are plenty good right now, but they'll be even better next season. Apes will have to resort to either using the Retold Tale or a 7 Seraph CQC, both of which have lesser one-hit kill ranges than the aggressives. Fusions have long needed a reason for people to care about them, and whilst this nerf isn't the same as them getting a buff, they're going to be sought out a little more now. So where does this leave us? Are we going to see more parity among special weapons or what? Right now, it's way too early to tell. I believe these changes were needed, and they're completely warranted as it lines up with a more streamlined weapon philosophy. The heavy-hitting weapons need to feel heavy, otherwise what's the point? We can now start to look forward to enjoying other roles on Astral, or taking the opportunity to tighten up our positioning game. Whatever happens, be wary of anyone online who decides to proclaim that Quickdraw is now dead. It's very much not. Well, not yet. Until we can play these changes for ourselves, exercise caution. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, you know what to do. I'm Ascendant Nomad, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.